It's time for Your Music Live here on Studio Live today, brought to you by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. Let's do it.
Your music, your music, your music live. Your music, your music, your music live.
Yes, it is that time of the week, Your Music Live here on Studio Live today. Thank you, Cronksong. In this show, if it's your first time here, we play your music and we play it live, hence the name of the show. And we got a bunch of tunes to play for you here today. Last week, we did our big Songtember show, so all of the Songtember songs, we got a few to catch up on that Pete kind of spaced out and missed out on, and we've got a whole bunch of other very cool tunes from you coming up here. And once again, as we do every week, we thank our sponsors, DistroKid, because they're the ones who keep the lights on here at Studio Live today and sponsor Your Music Live. So if you are an independent artist and you're looking to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google, YouTube, all the places, DistroKid got you hooked up. For less than $20 per year, you can release an unlimited amount of music. And the cooler thing is, if you use the link up there and down in the description, you'll save yourself 7% off any DistroKid plan. We thank DistroKid for their continued support of the show and of independent musicians everywhere. Let's jump in and get started with our first tune. We're going to start a little mellow here today with a tune from Mike and Janiece, and they've got a little ditty here called Summer to Winter, the change of seasons. So I thought it was relevant to play something like this. So let's jump in and take a listen to it on Your Music Live.
Summer days are almost gone. Pretty fall days don't last that long. Old man winter will chill you to the bone. Hope spring arrives soon in the corner of our little home. Don't have many friends in this land. My dad said if you could count them on one hand, you'd be a rich man. I know that he was right. Many I thought be around, head up and taking flight. Where do we go from here? Not into the house of fear. Life's been good, nothing much to complain of. Anything worthwhile, you must get it out of love. Sometimes your back's against the wall. Nothing makes much sense at all. Don't give in to interest.
Very nicely done there, Mike and Dawn. Janiece, I never get the name pronounced right, but that was very smooth indeed, wasn't it? Very cool stuff from Mike and Dawn. I thought that'll give you a bit of an indication of today. You know, sometimes you rock and roll, and sometimes you just need to sit back and have something smooth and mellow. Speaking of smooth and mellow, a smooth and mellow fellow, one of our patrons here, is the one and only Michael, aka Zealand Band. Yes, you can get the Z's in the chat if you like. Not that you need to go to sleep, because we're not going to put you to sleep at this early stage, but we are going to kick things up a notch here with Michael, aka Zealand Band. So we'll jump on over here to slaps.com, who are, coincidentally, DistroKid's service where you can share your music. If you're not quite ready to get it out there to all of the platforms in the world, you can use slaps.com. It's free, and it's a great way to share your music, just as our friend Michael has done here. about this song. Oh, by the way, that last song, they said this is a song written and performed by Mike, and I added background vocals. The song is saying goodbye to summer while heading to the chill of winter. The video footage is from New York State during fall from our deck, New York City, Florida, and a few other places. So there you go. Whereas here, we're just kicking into summertime where the weather is fine. So yeah, it's different seasons in different parts of the world. But let's jump on over to this one from Michael. He says, "All is not lost, created with love, mastered in Lursen." Let's take a listen, shall we? Michael, aka Zealand Band, on Your Music Live. Oh, a little bit of brass in your place. Very cool stuff. Yeah, I like where it's going too, Barry. And you can see there that a lot of people dug it, especially when that horn kicked in there. A lot of people liked it. And that's the cool thing about slaps, is that you can actually do that. You can come in here, you can hit the fire button if you're really digging on a song. You can save it, you can share it really easily. So if you upload your song here, you can share it, and it actually does really encourage you to comment, because you've got to have a 5 or greater comment to track ratio, meaning you've got to come in here and comment on other people. So I'm going to come in here and just say possibly, I can't spell, possibly your best yet. So, and I agree with myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a jam, and I thought it was a lot of fun, and I like it a lot. Well done. And Michael is one of my wonderful patrons. He was helping me this week, along with Jade and Thomas and other folks, and Sion, helping test out Restream, which, we'll be checking out over the weekend. So, yeah, a few changes around here. We've got this a day early. I'm then taking a day just to do a little bit of retooling, and then we'll be back when we do the happy hour. We'll be back and we'll be using the Restream for a bit of a change up there. Speaking of changing things up, let's go over to SoundCloud. And you know what we say when we go to SoundCloud? Come on, Lotto. So we haven't seen Lotto Cat for weeks, months, a long time. But we're going to go over to SoundCloud. No ads whatsoever here on SoundCloud, which is always disappointing. But we're going to play a tune from Cronksong. Now, if you dig on this, if you love it when we play this at the start of the show,
your music live.
Then what you got to know about that is that theme song was written, performed, recorded by Mark Cronksong Lovell, and he also does a lot of these sort of tunes. He does some very cool things, which is the YML mix. So he does a 2-minute mix of his songs. This one's probably the quickest ever, 1:39 is all it clocks in at. And he says, "Hi Pete, during lockdown, the family did lockdown limericks for something to do. Of course, I had to go one step further and write a whole poem. Recently, I wondered how this bit of nonsense would work if I put in Cronk music. This is how it turned out. I hope you like it. Well, I'm intrigued by that, and I hope you are as well. Let's take a listen to this one. Cronksong with My Left Leg.
My left leg's not my right leg, but now it's that much wetter from stepping in a puddle while walking my rosetta. It rained last night, it rained a lot, it fell without a care. It filled a deep, deep pothole, I'd forgotten it was there. Driving forth along the track, my left leg followed right. Then there was one almighty splash, my shoe went outside. Letting out an angry curse, I turned my head around. There were people drawing near and all of them they frowned. They must have heard every word, I felt my face turn redder. A blush as hot could be and redder than my setter. I said, sorry vicar, sisters too, my shoes are rather wet. I should have curved my potty mouth. Oh, have you met my pet? Didn't seem to wash with them, I watched them pass me by. Not a smile from anyone, just noses held up high. Then one of them turned round to see me shaking foot and fist. She almost stumbled, she nearly fell. I think that she was pissed. It was then I saw they all had bottles and one a cigarette. Oh, we're off to a costume party, I'd happily place a bet.
Very cool. Yes, it's part madness, part injury. Hit me with your rhythm stick. A lot of fun, and I thought that'll wake up folks. We have a bit of a mellow start there, so I wanted to kick it up a notch, and there you go. We went up a whole notch, an entire notch there. Speaking of kicking things up a notch, if you aren't watching Ron Ward and his shows, his Indie Music Live and his GBU Live, you need to do that. Just search Ron Ward in your YouTube machine, and you'll be able to go there and check out all the shows. Ron does a show. Now, it's Wednesday night and Friday night and Monday night. He's all over the place. But, yeah, him and Brian Bigler have a band, a virtual band called Saigon Slick and the Boston Bard. Saigon Slick being Ron because he lives in Ho Chi Minh City, a.k.a. Saigon, and the Boston Bard being Brian Bigler, the Boston Bard, because who doesn't love some alliteration? So they say Brian and Ron's cover of Bob Marley's famous cowboy song with a hip-hop flavour and SSBB's unmistakable rock twist. So why don't you and I jump on over and take a listen to some Saigon Slick and the Boston Bard here on Your Music Live.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. All around my hometown, they're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty for the killing of a deputy. For the lying of a deputy. But I say I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. I shot the sheriff, and they say it is a capital offense. Sheriff John Brown always hate me. For what? I don't know. Every time
you go. Yes, and I will enjoy the copyright claims that'll come out of that one. But it's totally cool because here on this show, we can do these sort of things because, again, as long as you're not getting copyright strikes on the YouTubes, if you're getting copyright claims, that's okay. It just means that any of the ad revenue, if you see an ad here, it's probably going back to all of these artists and sometimes random videos that we throw in here. But very cool, very well done, very good version. And yeah, how on fire was Ron and his vocals in that one. Very cool stuff, very good. So hope you enjoyed that one. Yeah, sounds like it's an original. Exactly. It's very cool. They took it and gave it a very cool spin. So I dig that when you can take something like that and you can turn it in and make it your own. That's the hardest thing with the cover is to keep it paying homage to the original, but also put your own spin and your own flavour on it. Speaking of spins and flavours, I hope you're having fun. If you are, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to share this with other folks, remember sharing is caring. I know we're at a different time slot this week, which does make it hard. I'm sure I'm going to get some emails in the next day going, you were a day early. I tried to put it on every possible platform that I could to try and make sure people were aware that we're here a day early. But if there's anyone missing and you're like, oh no, maybe they're missing out on it, or you know anyone who you think would enjoy this show, guess what? You can share. Just use the share button down below. Sharing is caring. Sharon is Karen. Speaking of sharing and Sharon and Karen, Colin Stanton has been sharing a lot of really cool music lately, and this one's no exception. This is a tune called You've Got Me Rockin', and what Colin says about this is, as stated in the song, You've Got Me Rockin' resonates with exhilarating lives we've all led at some point, or hopefully so, romance, even with a new guitar. I love that. Romance comes in many forms, even guitar-based romance. So let's jump in and take a listen to this. Colin Stanton, You Got Me Rockin'. Are you rocking? Yeah, I feel the rockin'. Do you feel the rockin'? Very cool stuff there from Colin Stanton. Classic blues tune. Exactly. Anytime you have the bit of the 12-bar blues going on. Very cool indeed. And a very interesting video too. I was talking with Jade. Jade Starr was a special guest on the Creator Town Hall last night or this morning, depending where you are in the world. And we talked all about video making and the fact that it's such an art form these days and people are doing such a great job at creating videos to go along with their songs. And that's no exception there from our man Colin Stanton. All right, I'll give you the normal warning I give you before I play a tune by Bloodshot, and that is that the album artwork may be a little bit confronting for some viewers here. If you don't like weird things going into eyes, maybe close your eyes for about 2 minutes, but and turn it up to 11. because Bloodshot have some ripping tunes, and this one is no exception. This is a ditty called Bell House, and they say, "Hello, Pete. Thank you for playing our songs. It is much appreciated." This is called Bell House. Hope you all enjoy and stay safe. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Bloodshot with Bell House on Your Music Live.
Sometimes I feel lost so low with my reflection looking back at me. This hole with no direction, plain it's hard to see. Look at all the years I tried and the tears I cried as I'm walking out the door. Tell me how I feel inside. I can never find that one. No one trusted but me. One act of love to think about the storm awaiting me. So you're disgusted with me. Dreaming I must have been, but I'm torn and wasted. Pouring on me, on me. Sometimes I feel lost so low with my reflection looking back at me. Just all alone with no direction, plain it's time. Look at all the years I tried and the tears I cried as I'm walking out the door. Show me how I feel inside. I can never find exactly why. No one trusted but me.
Very cool indeed. Capsulam says sounds Swedish. Yeah, it's a little bit like Millen Colin, some of those bands. A little bit no FX too. Very cool though. Yeah, do go and check out Bloodshot's album Speed Bumps. If you need something to wake you up in the morning, just throw that one on, and it will rock your world. Some brilliant rock vocals going on in that one. Absolutely, Frigsy. Great stuff there from Bloodshot, and you're already like in. You're all in with the guitars and the cool panning and the cool mixing, and then the vocals just hit, and everything is so clean. There's an example of how you can do things in a really effective way and get your recording to really pop through, which is very cool. All right, let's move on, shall we? Anyone like being happy? Well, if you like being happy, you probably like our next artist, which is the one, the only, the quintessential Happy Ron. And he's shared a live version of one of his, what did he say, his fourth most popular song. So let's jump in and take a listen to this, shall we? This is Happy Ron and a live version of Pretty on the Inside on Your Music Live.
I love to be the very pretty women. I really think they're nice and fine. There's one thing I try to remember, and that's why my heart remains mine. That's why my heart remains mine. Make sure they're pretty on the inside, not just pretty on the outside. If they're just pretty on the outside, you'll be crying on the inside. You'll be crying on the inside. Home, 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 home. I once had a very pretty woman, and I thought my life would go great. And that's when I learned my lesson. I'll tell you, I learned it too late. Let me tell you, I learned it too late. Make sure they're pretty on the inside, not just pretty on the outside. If they're just pretty on the outside, you'll be crying on the inside. You'll be crying on the inside. 'Cause I've been all around this great big world, and I've seen all kinds of very pretty girls. But find a good woman.
Very Very good indeed. Yeah, Ron does great stuff. Always enjoyable, and yeah, he's a master at working the crowd. It's why it's so cool to see Happy Ron playing live. Him and his bass player Paul, and not sure who's on keys there, but all very talented and indeed very funny stuff there. So good job to Happy Ron. And if you want to go and check out Ron, yeah, another Ron. I know, how many good Rons are there around here? We got Ron Ward, we got Happy Ron, we got Ron Wolf. We got too many Rons. No such thing. We've got Toms and Rons. Happy Ron is the best. Very, very funny dude. Very fun and very valuable advice. See, I've been working exclusively on being pretty on the inside. That's my jam. All right, let's go back in time because we had a week off, so we've got some extreme catch-up to do here in this week's show. So we're going to get a move on here because we only got 2 hours today. I'm actually sticking to 2 hours, and then we will be back and probably doing a longer show next week. But one band that we've played a few times here, we haven't played them for a while, that is the Drag Gurus, who always produce good quality music. And they say, "Hi Pete, this is a song written in GarageBand on my iPad using synthesizers. I've tried to evoke the sounds of early Human League and Depeche Mode, but also hopefully adding a slightly more modern edge." Well, that sounds good in my book. So why don't we jump on over here and take a listen to this one. This is called Synthetic brackets I Feel Love from Drag Gurus here on Your Music Live. Very cool indeed. Yeah, very 80s. Yeah, a little bit early Genesis, isn't it? And very nice melody over the synth there. I was expecting it to be kind of instrumental, and then they kicked in with the vocals, and I think they were really good, really nice vocals there. A little bit of the vocoder kind of sound. Yeah, a little bit craft work, exactly. Very nicely done. I dig it. You can definitely catch the 80s vibe, but there is something modern too. Yeah, maybe the vocal treatment sounding a little bit Ultravox, man. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, cool effect on the vocals. Everyone digging it, everyone loving it. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Thank you to our sponsors, DistroKid. A couple more tunes, and then we're going to do something fun with DistroKid here today. We're going to be using some of their interesting, fun tools. We're going to do some Wheel of Playlist. We're going to do some playlist spotlighting. Might even use Dave, the AI bot, to see what he thinks of my song. Work in progress. So all that to come in just a moment, because you've got to have fun. Not only do you want to get your music out there, but you want to have fun with it as well. Speaking of fun, let's play this tune from Claret Lake, shall we? They say, my brother Andy, written by my brother Andy last year during the first L word, and reflects the pandemic and positive effect that it had on the planet as the human race backed off and isolated at home. We started seeing less pollution levels, clearer waterways, and animals venturing out in the wild and into deserted towns and cities. Basically, a snapshot of time of the damaging effects we have on our planet. Yeah, it's something that I know a lot of people have been writing about recently. I know Papa Tom did his recent song that was very cool around the same sort of thing. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. It is called "When Nature Ruled the World." Claret Lake here on Your Music Live.
Our lives spun in the world. Work from home, no social scene. When nature ruled the world. The planet suffered many years. Forests cleared, cut down, burned. Acid rain like poison tears. Is it too late to save the world? Fossil fuels and CO2. Plastics in the sea.
I agree, Scott. Yeah, like a post-apocalyptic Western. Totally. Yeah. Very, very cool. Dark and ominous feel. And it's just like, oh, yeah. Very, very ominous, very anxious, very powerful. Definitely fits the times. Dirty blues, literally. Love it, Andy. Good stuff. And yeah, I had a question in there for why I try to just say the C word and the L word and the P word. Main reason being is that if things get flagged as me doing commentary on stuff like everything, like politics and like whatever, this is all about the music. And yeah, you're right about themes and topics, but the reason that I don't wax lyrical about a whole bunch of topics and issues here is that if this gets flagged as an information or as as something about the C word, then it gets flagged. So I just say the C word. Plus I think it removes its power if you just say C word, because we've all heard the words far too much. Seriously, if you go to Google Trends and you search some of these words, you see that they were basically not mentioned before. So it's been a weird time. Anyway, let's move on to music, shall we? This one's from Aqua, Aqua Official, as opposed to that unofficial Aqua, which is what the Swedish pop band from the 90s. They say, I made this in FL Studio 20 Lite, good old Fruity Loops, in 2 days. It's the best song from one of my EPs. It's a dubstep song. Subgenre is color bass. I love that there's these genres and subgenres. I haven't even heard of this. I've heard of dubstep, but I haven't heard of genres. And then people are like, oh, it really fits into this subgenre. And I'm like, man, I can't even categorize my music. I don't know whether I'm alternative or rock or singer-songwriter. So yeah, people do a good job. So let's take a listen to this one. It is called Sheba, original mix from Papa Volume 1, Aqua, here, Aqua on Your Music Live. Those glow sticks in the air, everyone. Get ready for the drop that I'm going to mute out. We call that an anti-climax here in the biz. Very cool. I like it. Yeah, you know what? I like it too. I've never been big into the whole sort of, I don't know, club music, dance music, house music, any of that sort of stuff. But for a very brief period, about 2 years in the early 90s, I got into those Ministry of Sound compilations, the annuals. So I didn't really know what was going on, except that I'd throw those annuals on and I'm like, wow, some of this stuff's actually cool. And I can imagine if I was someone who danced in public, I can imagine that this would be cool stuff to do. It reminds me more of my more recent party days. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, for me, it's party days now. It's not party nights. I don't go anywhere at night. Very good stuff, though. Thank you for sharing, and do share again, because that's some cool tunage and well produced and well put together. I like it a lot. Let's jump over to Sad Person. Not a sad person, but an artist by the name of Sad Person. And they simply said, some love story. And it is called, we need help from our French speakers here, a cœur ouvert. So that means an open window? No, what's a cœur? All right. Mark and Michael, help us out here. Can we get a translation for that? But let's take a listen to this one. Sad Person here on Your Music Live.
Cast control.
Je deviens sceptique, tes promesses tu les tiens pas. J'avoue que je panique mais tu devrais comprendre pourquoi j'ai peur. T'es si loin de moi, je me sens si mal. Et je sais pas pourquoi, je me fais si mal à encore penser à toi. Tu devrais comprendre que c'est dur pour moi de plus te voir le soir. Et sans toi, c'est comme vivre sans rien. Flashback dans ma tête qui font mal putain. Est-ce que tu me vois encore dans les tiens? J'attends une réponse mais je sais déjà le premier mot qui je parle à cœur ouvert, pas par envie mais juste parce qu'il peut plus se refermer. Peu à mon père, pas par envie et je commence à bien le ressentir. Je parle à cœur ouvert, pas par envie mais juste parce qu'il peut plus se refermer. Je parle peu à mon père, pas par envie et je commence à bien le ressentir. Je pensais que c'était pour la vie, car seul toi me l'avait promis. Je pensais que c'était qu'un ami, car c'est toi qui me l'avais dit. Pendant que je te disais que je t'aimais, tu lui parlais. Depuis que je sais la vérité, mon cœur est fermé. Je voudrais juste savoir si tu penses encore à moi, si tu parles encore de...
I'm understanding about 1 in every 20 words, but I still dig it. Yeah, very good mix of sounds and nice delivery and solid beat. Yeah, and hopefully, I love it when I play something in a different language, because I'm like, it could just be Pete Johns is a loser over and over again. Look at that guy on Your Music Live. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But I hope it's not that way. But no, very, very cool. I like it. And there's something about French in particular. It is just such a flowing language, whereas like you hear someone rapping in English and it's sometimes a bit sort of static and harsh, whereas French just rolls together the vowel sounds. Oui, très bien. Parlez-vous français? Non, monsieur. I do not. Very cool. Great stuff. Thank you for sharing. Let's go with another sort of little dancey groovy section here. A couple of weeks ago it was like the keyboards, the piano edition. Today it's a little bit dancey groovy. And let's continue the dancey groovy groove with this one. Now this is a trap remix cover of the Loki theme. This is from Jabasiboy, and they say it's a trap remix of Loki's theme song in the Marvel Loki series. This was all done in GarageBand on my iPhone. Love it when folks do stuff with GarageBand on their iPhone. Let's jump in and take a listen to this one here on Your Music Live.
Bus, turn me up, what?
Challenge the god of mischief. None can defeat the god of mischief.
Yeah, nothing low key about that, right? And how good were those drum fills? I guess that's what trap drums are. Is that because I've seen that? All I've seen that is in all the different garage band packs where they all just have lots and lots of different drum sound, lots of different snares and kicks and things. But very cool stuff. I dig it in a big bad way. Yes, an awesome beat. Very well done. Very nice. Very cool indeed. Let's and exactly right. As Jade says, it's not just the MIDI file. That's some talent there. Because sometimes it's easy to just I'm doing a cover of this song. I'll just put the MIDI file in there and then change an instrument. Like, yep, done, tick. But yeah, that was very, very cool. We had some chat here before about is Australian rapping better? No, not really. Our rapping just sort of sounds like American rapping, but with an Australian sort of twang. Yeah, but it's still cool. Like I didn't mean to say that. Oh no, if you're rapping in English, you're so boring, because it's not. It's cool. But yeah, that was a very good. Where am I going? What am I doing? All right, let's play another tune. How about some Americana? Yeah, digging? All right, so here is some Americana from Arizona. The band is Tierra del Fuego. The song is Chasm. Pete, the last note of the song hits at 2:06, so I'm hoping you can play most, if not all of it. Thank you for supporting independent music. You know what? If it's 2 minutes or around the 2 minute mark, I think we can do that. So let's play this tune here, shall we? A little bit of Americana. This is a tune called Chasm from Tierra del Fuego, which is a really fun name to say here on Your Music Live.
I keep good books by the bedside for the nights I cannot sleep. 'Cause Popeye has a nightlife and the war is on TV. My mind is running like a freight train, chugging through the night, passing over the overpass of this peculiar life. Well, now what am I gonna do? Hell, I've been right here before, where the walls are crashing and the ceiling's falling, and I'm looking for the door. If I can hold it together, well, I might just have a shot, passing over the chasm between what is and what is not. Keep the old boots by the bedside for the nights I have to leave. Yeah, 'cause sometimes there are good times and sometimes she gets mean. And sometimes I introduce myself to a truckload of lightning spite, with a mind of its own and a tendency toward chaos in the night. Well, now what am I gonna do? Hell, I've been right here before, where the walls are crashing and the ceiling's falling, and I'm looking for the door. If I can hold it together, well, I might just have a shot, passing over the chasm between what is and what is not, passing over the chasm between what is and what is not.
There you go. Tierra del Fuego, the big wrinkle here on your Nashville country station. I hope you're all having a great old time over here today. We're going to get on talk about our real sponsor, DistroKid, right now. Sorry, I'll stop doing that. Oh, they're playing the Dead South. Ooh. There you go. That's if In Hell Will Be in Good Company comes on straight after your song, you know you're right there. We're in my wheelhouse, yeah. Very cool. All right, before we move on, we're going to have some fun here because our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid, they keep the lights on around here and they support independent music in a big, bad way. Because if you've got your music, all you need to do is sign up to DistroKid. It is $19.99 per year for the musician plan, and that allows you to release unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums. And once your songs are out using DistroKid, you can do a whole bunch of really cool things. I've been showing them here on the channel basically for the last sort of 3 years. I've been using DistroKid coming up to 4 or 5 years now. And they've been sponsoring this channel in various ways over the last 2 years. And you can see here that I've taken full advantage of them. And I've released my stuff on a whole bunch of platforms. And I've released a whole bunch of stuff from my first EP back in 2017 right to my very latest single, which was released just a week ago, Work in Progress. And today we're going to use some of their cool little goodies here and see if we can have some fun. So what we're going to do here is come in here to the, I'm going to remember where it is, the Promote Yourself. No, it's not that one. It is Get Heard Now. There you go. Get Heard Now. Now, slaps.com, I've already talked about. I did release this onto slaps.com first, so folks could listen to the first version of it, and you can join up to slaps.com right now. It is a music social network optimized for high engagement. But today, we're going to do a couple of fun things. Firstly, let's grab the playlist spotlight. And what we're going to do, what the playlist spotlight does is it's a bit competitive. And look, I'm not a huge competition kind of person, but what you can do is come in here and you can do the playlist spotlight. So you can decide which track DistroKid should feature on a playlist. You get to listen to them and then you'll vote for one or the other. And if you really dig it, you could even DM the artist. Now, if you like different genres, you can come in here and say, I just want alternative songs, and it will come in here. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's okay, but I want my track to be part of this. Yeah, I like listening to other people's tunes, but I want my track to be part of this. Well, guess what? Up the top here, you can go add your track. So let's do that now. Let's add my new song, Work in Progress here. There we go. And the preview clip start time, I'm going to do it up here to 2 minutes 17. I think that's the spot. I think that's the sweet spot. 2 minutes 17. We'll let it pop up here because I think it's going to come here. And then we'll listen to the preview of it, and then we'll connect with Spotify, and it'll go and do its thing. We'll stop waiting for that. We'll just connect with Spotify now. Are you sure? Yes. This will overwrite your current track for Pete Johns. Yes. Continue. So this will throw this out onto a playlist spotlight. We're rooting for you. So there it is. And now to get more votes. So what you can do, this is where you don't want to go and start spamming people, but you know what? I'm doing a show here, so I'm going to go and spam all of you. So I'm going to put this in the chat here. If you want to go and see what this looks like, you can do that. If I come in here and do this, or just go to another tab, this is what it'll look like when you go to there. It'll say, which track should DistroKid feature on a playlist? And what you'll do is you'll listen to my song, and then you'll listen to melody, and then you'll vote this way. Yeah? No, you can vote for the other song if you want. No, doesn't really matter. But if yours gets more votes and if yours gets a lot of popularity, it'll get played. And again, you've got the ability to DM. So if someone really likes my song, they could direct message me and they could go, "Hi Pete, I'm Biz McKenzie and I'm the manager of a big record label, and we'd like to give you $1,012 for your song." And I'll say, no, man, I'm staying independent, old school. So that's one option that you have there, the playlist spotlight. Another cool thing that you have, if we come back to DistroKid, is the wheel of playlist. So if we come in here, I've gone to the wrong one again. Get heard. Wheel of playlist. This is a bit of fun. This is where you can try and get onto DistroKid's special playlist that they have over on Spotify. So what you can do is, again, select your song, connect it with your Spotify, and what it'll do is in just a moment we can spin the wheel. Now I saw that Gary Hubbs got position 6 during the week. I normally get position like 74 so, at the best, or like 712. So let's hit the spin button. There it goes. It goes away and does its thing. And obviously the reason you want to get higher than say 903 on a playlist is your song is more likely to get played. Now we can spin again. I think we get 3 spins in total here. You want to get it higher on the playlist so that your song may get actually heard. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not often getting 903 songs into a playlist. 811. There you go. And once again, you can then jump into Spotify here and check out the DistroKid playlist and the lucky folks who are right there up at the front there. So my journey. And the cool thing is this does reset. So as soon as someone else spins the number 1 spot, it'll knock that one out and they get to spin again. So you can see there, it was only added a day ago, 2 hours ago, a day ago, 1 hour ago. So you can come in there and listen to some cool, new, fresh tunes. So apart apart from the fact that you can do all the serious stuff with DistroKid and get all your music out there, you can also do a whole lot of other things there, right? Good stuff. Thank you to DistroKid. They, again, are wonderful sponsors of this channel and keep the lights on here at Studio Live today. Speaking of slaps.com and DistroKid's slaps.com platform, why don't we play a tune from slaps.com? They say this is from Sanjeev Kumar. Hang on, they've only sent me, okay. They've only sent me their overall slaps entry here, so they haven't told me which song they want to play. So Sanjeev Kumar, if you could send me back and let me know which song you would like me to play, then we will play it for you. So let's grab another one for now. Hang on one moment, please. Hold the line. This is X. Oh, X. Now, we haven't heard from X for a while. They say, always trying something different. Cheers, everyone. Hope you like it. Well, I hope we like it too. And we've heard a few of your songs before, so I've got a feeling we probably will. Flashing Lights, this one is called. So probably a warning for for anyone susceptible to flashing lights. We're going to give this one a spin here. This is X with Flashing Lights here on Your Music Live. Very cool stuff there. X with Flashing Lights. Sounding good. It does. It really draws you in, that one, doesn't it? Very groovy stuff from X there. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. And if you want to share, if you want to hit the thumbs up button, that's just down below. Also, the little share button is there too. So who are we going to let know about this week? Maybe Auntie Glennis. Anyone got an Auntie Glennis? Maybe Gladys? Or Cousin Eric? See, one day I'm going to freak someone out because they'll be like, I have an Auntie Gladys and a Cousin Eric. Pete's a freaking telepath. No, not true. I just say random names. All right, let's grab a next tune. This is from Stevie Gardiner, who says, "Hey Pete, love the show, man." Thank you, my friend. This song is a true story about my unhealthy obsession with hats. So says the wife. It's an upbeat, happy tune, which is fun and is sure to put you in a good mood. Thanks for all your help over the years. Best wishes from Wales, all the way from Wales. So let's jump over here and take a listen to this one. This one is Stevie Gardiner and a tune called 30 Hats here on Your Music Live.
challenge that I needed counting. I wanted to see if I'd 31 hats, so I'd climb to the top every day and I'd take a snap of my hat. It's March the 1st and St. David's Day. I ate my Welsh cake, was on my way, but my number one hat's up on my head. This is more fun than staying in bed. It's what I said. That was a good day in a rain in sight, and I went before tea time, it was nice and bright, but it wasn't the same as all the other days when I'd see more grays than the sunshine rays. What a spray. As the days went by, I got more positive. There's such a lot that these skills can't give, but at the end of the third week I began to fret that I'd run out of hats, get upset, and I'd lose my bet. Oh, the regret.
I can honestly say that is the best song about having too many hats I have ever heard in my entire life. Sure, it's the only song. The only thing I can think to compare is Men Without Hats. So imagine if Stevie got together with Men Without Hats, then they'd just be men, because he'd have less hats and they'd have some hats, and everyone would have hats. I'll let myself out. Thank you to Stevie there, Stevie Gardiner. Love it. Very cool vibe. And thank you for sharing your first tune here on Your Music Live. And just to give you an idea, Stevie did share that like 5 weeks ago. So with all the other things going on here, we have had a bit of delay, but hopefully Stevie's still tuning in and got to catch that one here. And if you would like to submit a song, I haven't mentioned this at all. You know, we're only an hour in and I'm just mentioning for the first time how to submit a song. Drop it down in the description. Don't do that. Go to the description and go to studiolivetoday.com/YML. It couldn't be easier. It's all right there for you, and it just takes you straight into the form. You put in your name, your link, and a couple of sentences about your song, and you do that. Yes, men with sufficient amount of hats. I like it. I should have just mic dropped Kim and walked straight out of the room, because that was an absolute shocker. All right, Scrumblers is up next, which is our friend Gary, and he says original composition, vocals, guitar, harmonica, bring on that harp, and GarageBand on iPad. And it is the Resurrection Dance. We're going to go over here to the SoundClouds, and we're going to check out Resurrection Dance here from Scrumblers here on Your Music Live.
I went to church and they scared me to death. Where am I going after my last breath? If I don't change my ways, I don't stand a chance. I want to be part of the resurrection dance. They're handling snakes and speaking in tongues. The choir singing at the top of their lungs, shaking their heads and clapping their hands, getting ready for the resurrection dance. I gotta be born again and give up sin, get out of the sorry state I'm in. The preacher points at me and he raves and rants. He wants me to be part of the resurrection dance. I wanna go to heaven, hear the angels sing. They're gonna fit me with some golden wings, a long white robe, I'm gonna look real sharp. With any luck they'll let me bring my own harp. Come on everybody.
I think we have, Mark. I think I played this one about 4 weeks ago. But that's cool, because you can't have too much harmonica in your life. That's the way I look at it. So very, very cool. Very, very cool tune, and very nicely done. And I think I said this exact same thing when I first listened to it. I wish I could play the harmonica like that, but I can't. Alrighty, we'll sneak one more tune in, and then we'll have our patented toilet break. Who will it be? What will it be? Who will take the toilet break spot this week? We'll find out after this song. But first, I can't stop playing this. Our man Paul over at State of Mind keeps sending me these old tracks, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't usually do this because I like to play new music, and I know that the guys are working on some new music, but I can't stop playing State of Mind because they are just so in my wheelhouse, and I feel sad that I didn't know of them back in the 90s when I would have rocked out to them. But there's a problem. Like, you couldn't discover indie music unless you went to a record store and they happened to have a really obscure CD. Unless it was your local area, you never found them. So I never got to listen to State of Mind. So now I'm listening to as much State of Mind as I can. And this is a tune, and Paul says about this one, a song written back in the day when we were into Faith No More and the Chili Peppers. So, you know I had to just immediately play the song. So let's take a listen to this one. This is State of Mind with Just You.
No sense, no time, no place. My tide has blown upon the shore. I'm a mortal man, each moment I'm tired. I'm looking for something up in my heart. You bring a smile to chase the rain. You bring that feeling back again. The sun shines a warm embrace. I tried to hold the flower, that was my mistake. Squeeze your petals, but they would not break. Take the time.
I think Faith No More crossed with Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of nailed it there, right? Nice bass, would Hubs approve. Absolutely. Yeah, they were so good. I want new. Paul, I know you're out there, Paul. Please, more. We want new State of Mind music. We want to see how you guys rock in the modern world. I think you would rock just as hard. That's my thing. Yeah, exactly. Sounds good. How can you not love it? Super jazz hands and happy Thursday. And look how coincidental this is, because you know what I've got queued up here for this week's toilet break? Yeah, we're going to go with some Autism Rocks. Can we get the jazz hands in the air for the positive Autism Rocks, Danny and Micah? Because they've got a brand new tune. It is a cover of a classic tune, in fact. It is the Dolly Parton classic, 9 to 5, which I've done an acoustic version of, so it's got a bit of a soft spot for me. It's a rocked up version of the classic. As usual, all music is recorded and mixed with Logic Pro on an iMac. If you haven't noticed the cool artwork on all the guitars we use, they have custom-made pick guards with Micah's artwork on them. How cool is that? Mega jazz hands for that one. So I'm going to take a quick leave of absence here, and I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Danny and Micah here as they rock your world with a cover of the Dolly Parton classic 9 to 5 here on Your Music Live.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all the same thing, no giving. They just use your mind and then never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9
925 for service and devotion. What do you think that I want to sympathetic emotion? Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that wind is out to get me. Just to watch you chatter, that you step on the bouncy slider, but you got tricks you'll never take away. Say folks, if you love your friends, wait for the day when the ship will come in, and the tide's on the turn, and it's all gonna roll away. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. When we get it by, it's all take it and go giving. They just use your mind, and you never get the credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want you. There's a better life, and you think about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, whoa, what a way to make a living. When we get it by, it's all ticket and no giving. They just use your mind, and they never get the credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want you. There's a better life, and you think about, don't you? It's the rich man's thing, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet.
You do rock, Dolly. Dolly Parton. And every time I talk about Dolly Parton lately, I say, did you see the video she did? Yes, do go and subscribe and share that tune. Very, very cool stuff. As usual, from Danny and Micah, the positive autism. Autism rocks. Love it. Jazz hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Every time we talk about Dolly Parton, did you see the video she did where it was like Jolene, but she was getting her Moderna shot because, again, I'm at the risk of talking about C words and P words again, and she was like, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I just thought it was funny. I don't care what side of the fence you fall on things. Dolly Parton singing about vaccine is pretty gosh darn funny. All right, let's continue on. Oh, I'm a bit puffed. I had to run around there. I had to run around and get one of my favourite beverages, which I treat myself to every now and then, which is the Farmers Union iced coffee. My Australian friends will know what we're talking about here, but believe it or not, South Australia is the only state in the world where Coca-Cola is not the number one selling soft drink. It is this stuff. It is flavoured milk. It is iced coffee, and it is delicious. So Farmers Union, if you'd like to sponsor the show, the more the merrier. As I knock it all over my desk here. Hopefully not. Yeah, do go check out Danny and Micah. They do some amazing work over there on the channel. Speaking of amazing work, let's not bury the lead anymore because I don't feel like we've had enough Russ in our life lately. Is anyone else feeling that way? Is anyone feeling like there's just an absence of Russ in their world and that we need some Russ 88, 89 just to fill the void and the gap? I think so. So why don't we do that? Russ says, well, after an epic song timber last week, I've jumped back to Nano Studio for this one. Oh, I bet it feels like putting on an old pair of comfy pants, Russ. Here's a bit of a more up-tempo track from my collection to get the feet tapping, mastered by Jade Star on her Patreon show. Hope you all enjoy it. Many thanks from Russ. Yes, there's the official Russ emoji. For those newer to the show, that is what we say. That is the Russ emoji, the angry, red, swearing man. Yeah, so Russless. Not enough Russ. We only had 3 Russ tracks on last week's show, but still, not enough Russ. More. We need more Russ. Let's jump in and take a spin of this one. Oh, it's unlisted. This could be a premiere here. This one is called Sonic Twin. Or is that the name of the song? No, it's called Here We Are by Sonic Twin, a.k.a. Russ8889. Very cool. We've got a pseudonym, an artist, a nom de plume for Russ8889. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Here we are. Sonic Twin, a.k.a. Russ8889 on Your Music Live. Now, if that's not a floor filler, I don't know what is. Seriously, even if I was at the club and that came on, I think I would have to go out there and hit the dance floor. No one would want it. They'd ask me to leave soon afterwards, but I'd have fun while I was there. Yeah, once again, the early party days. Exactly. I love that Russ 88, 89, which comes from the fact that that was kind of his favourite era of music was that late 80s, and then that definitely has that vibe of into the early 90s. If that was on a Ministry of Sound anthem, I would not be surprised. I would just go, yep, this fits. This goes right in here, right where it needs to be. Very, very cool stuff. Go Russ, it's your birthday. Gonna party like it's your birthday. Whoop, whoop. You know what? I just had a thought there. Someone said, I think, was it Dan that said, need some like Depeche Mode lyrics over the top of that. Here's an idea for you. I'm going to throw this out here and let me know if this is crazy. And obviously Russ would have to agree with it. But I've been considering working on a new tune for my Righty Doki artist name, which is sort of more of my 80s project. The one I did the Time McFly song, the 1.21. How about Righty Doki featuring Russ 8889? Russ 8889 track, and then me singing some 80s style Depeche Mode vocals over the top. I don't know. I think it could be a match made in paradise. Let us know what you think, and I'll talk to this man and see if we can make it happen. Let's move on with that. We're going to grab a tune here from Jerry Gomes. And Jerry says, please play this version. Yes, Jerry sent me a slaps version and then said, there was some problems with the audio with that one. Can you play this YouTube version? So we'll do exactly that. The tune is called I Guess So. Oh no, the page isn't available. Jerry, ain't nothing working right for us here, mate. We can't get anywhere. Let me just try this one more time. No, it's giving me the monkey. It's not flipping me the bird. It's flipping me the monkey. It's giving me this business over here. Bump. There you go. Yeah. No, there's the monkey. So sorry, Jerry. Can you please resubmit it for a future show, and we'll definitely give you a spin there. In the meantime, let's grab this tune from Tom Carrera, who I'm definitely pronouncing your name wrong, Tom. Papa Tom. Let's just go with Papa Tom. And Papa Tom has a tune here called Tribes. And he says, Tribes is a reminder of the intolerance and tribalism that is increasing around the globe. It will be part of a new album written during the P word, focused on social awareness. Written, produced in GarageBand, Mac, and iMovie. So let's jump in here and grab this one from Papa Tom. It is Tribes here on Your Music Live.
Just one moon lighting up the night, and there's our sun keeping everything so bright. Why, oh why, I wonder why we form tribes. Breathe the same air that keeps us all alive, and love our families with oh so much pride. So why, oh why, I wonder why we form tribes. I don't need to pray the way you do. My spoken language differs too. I define love the way I choose, and stay in my tribe safe from you. I'm with my family here in my clan, surrounded by the people of my land. They taught me how to live and love, who to love. So here we are in our different tribes, feeling safe in our own way of life. My father taught me how and who to hate, who to hate. I don't need to vote the way you do. My social causes differ too. I define freedom differently. We're both in our tribes, can't you see?
Papa Tom there with Tribes on Your Music Live. Is that not the coolest song with the coolest concepts and the coolest meaning? Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm getting a bit welled up here because that's that is great stuff there from Papa Tom. Not to mention really nicely mixed and nicely put together. But yeah, how good is that? I love the chorus of that and. It's like an onion. It's like the Shrek movie. Was it like ogres are like have layers, and like the onion. You peel back that song, you listen to that song the first time, and you're like, I know exactly what this is saying. And then you listen to it a second time, and you're like, I don't know exactly what that song's saying, but it makes you think, and it thinks on the first level, and then the next level, and then the next level, and that's what a good song does, in my opinion. It becomes. It's like Kurt Cobain said it once. People said, how would you describe the meaning behind the songs of Nirvana? And he's like, it's your jigsaw puzzle, man. Like, you got to put it together. And different people will do it differently. Like, some people will start with the edges and work their way in. Some people start with the middle and work their way out. Some people just put all the sky pieces together and get that out of the way. That's what I like to do. But well done to Tom. Thank you for sharing that one. Sharing is caring. Sharon is Karen. And if you would like to share this, if you'd like to hit the thumbs up button, that helps out. There's a button down below. It's not hard. You just go thunk. You don't smash it. Don't smash like. Despite what the kids say, don't smash like. I've seen too many people's phones with giant cracked screens because they were smashing like on videos. Don't do that. Just gently nudge it until it turns blue. Just like that. And then you can also share. So share it with your friends, your relatives, your garbage collectors, your mailman, and your dog groomers. I hear that dog groomers really love Papa Tom tunes. Let's move on to Ian Gothair, and Three Eyed is his artist name. And he says, started out with a composition challenge of using a 4-chord in both major and minor Beatles style, morphed into a song about losing a friend. Thanks for all the great lessons and encouragement you provide. Well, thank you to you, my friend. Let's jump over and take a listen to this one. This is Three Eyed with Two is a Crowd on Your Music Live.
You got figures and facts on all of my cracks, and a PowerPoint too on what I put you through. I think you misunderstand when I extended my hand. You think you saw a fist, but I really must insist that you're wrong about me, not what you think. Or maybe a little bit, or have we had a little bit much to drink? Never said those words, at least not out loud, but your heart knows what it hurt. Now it thinks two is a crowd. I'm trying to see your point, kinda get what you mean. If it would help us along, I'm happy to take one for the team. 'Cause you're wrong about me, and not what you think. Maybe a little bit, or have we had a little bit much to drink? Never said those words, at least not out loud, but your heart knows what it hurt. Now it thinks two is a crowd.
I love it. Oh, we have a good bridge coming in there. I want to go back and listen to the bridge. By the way, I haven't mentioned it in today's show, but if you are digging on any of the tracks you're hearing, don't fear, because you can go listen to the whole thing. Because what I do is, as we play each song, you'll see me frantically working away. That's because I'm grabbing the link, I'm grabbing the artist, I'm grabbing the track title, and I'm dropping it in the description. So at the end of the show, you get to go back in time and listen to, go over to the SoundClouds and the Slaps and the YouTubes and follow all of these artists and listen to them again, because they are very, very cool. That one was an excellent tune. I agree. And the voice, just the passion, the feeling in the voice is very, very cool. I know it's cliched, I know I say it every week, but I continue to be blown away by the quality of the music that you folks contribute. And it is Your Music Live, and we are on YouTube. It is not My Music Live, and it's not MeTube. So we couldn't actually do this without you. Hey, Gary. It's Gary Hubbs. We couldn't actually do this without you. And that's the whole point of this, is it's Your Music Live. And we do thank also our sponsors, DistroKid, because they support you by supporting this show. It's this big, one warm, happy family hug going on here, isn't it? And I'm going to be super honest with you here. I woke up this morning and I was tired. I did a show last night and I'm doing this show this morning. I normally have sort of Fridays are a bit of a quieter day for me here. It's Friday morning here in Australia. And I woke up and my alarm went off and I had to snooze that sucker. And then I snoozed it again. I normally get up at 5:30 a.m. to get ready for this show. I got up at like 6:05. So I've only been up for 25 minutes when I started the show. And there was part of me that said, oh, do you have the motivation? Can't you just cancel it? And then I said, nope, you've never cancelled a show before. And you know what? It's like when you go for a run. You'll feel better once you've started. And we got 10 minutes into this sucker and I was feeling great. I was feeling 300% better. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, but the healing power of awesome music and your awesome music can just take you. When you're feeling good, great music makes you feel better. And when you're feeling better, great music makes you feel amazing. And when you're feeling a little bit under the weather and a little bit tired and a little bit not quite like life is a bit tricky, guess what? It takes you up and it makes you feel good again. So that is music. And we salute you, music. We hardly knew you. Let's move on, shall we? Because we're going to play something from our man, Sai. Sai, a.k.a. No Emmis, says, hi, Pete. After my metal track for Songtember, we're back to the world of floaty synths again with No Emmis. RTC is the first track I've made using Korg Gadget, although the final project was built in Cubasis once I added the radio samples in, which really defined what the track was about. Its working title was Tankifier. The video was conceived to feel like a movie. Thanks as always, and that's from Sai, aka No Emmis. So let's jump in here and take a listen, shall we, to RTP from No Emmis here on Your Music Live.
that Northbound for Taker. There's no stopping that beast. I got traumatized. I guess it was in Texarkana one time when I saw the results of one of those takers. A lady that hit it right at the tank valve. And I mean, there was nothing, there was an aluminum pile about a half inch above the asphalt, or where the asphalt used to be, because there wasn't any asphalt there for nothing running.
100%. Sai does masterful stuff with synths, and that is no exception there. Very cool stuff. No Emis with RTC here on Your Music Live. RTC on YML by SI. Very atmospheric, very foreboding. Deserves a round of applause. Very good job. Thank you to Sai, and thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you for being here, because it's Your Music Live. Thank you to our sponsors, DistroKid, and thank you to all of the wonderful musicians who are submitting songs, including this guy, Christopher Jay Pizzi has shared a song, and he said, the resuming of my musical journey from childhood piano lessons over 25 years ago. This was produced in Studio One with the PreSonus Studio Grand Virtual Instruments and stock plugins. I produced and published sheet music for the song using Notion. How cool is that? See, people that are next level in terms of like sheet music and stuff. I dig it. So Chris Pizzi, he's shared it over here on slaps.com, which of course is from our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. If you want to share your music and you're not quite ready to get out there to the Spotifys of the world, slaps.com. Sign up. Follow all the artists that we play here on this show. You'll instantly get yourself a cool little sub-genre community of people to share your music with, including our man Chris Pizzi. So this is Invention in Mercy, Chris Pizzi, here on Your Music Live. This already, but we just wanted to hear a little bit more piano in our live, didn't we? Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. See, this is the problem. I wasn't clear with the whole song timbre thing. And by the way, Brad, I saw you before. Brad, example. Let's just say that we might be having you as our climax here today. That sounded creepier than it meant to. But yeah, we will be playing. We've got some Brad Example. We've got some brand new Jay coming up. We've got some really cool artists. So there's only 30 minutes to go, but we're going to cram in a whole bunch of coolness in the next 30 minutes. So do stick around. Yeah, tinkle those ivory. Let's continue on, shall we? I'm going to play a couple of covery type things here, just to cleanse the palate, and then we'll finish strong. So, someone who he keeps popping up around the channel is Wonder Woman animated clips. And I love this stuff because I like people that niche down to the point where they're like doing stuff that they're clearly passionate about. So we've got a couple of artists here that are doing just that. This artist says, "Hi Pete, I took a giant leap and decided to get into music. So I downloaded GarageBand and did a cover of my favorite TV show theme, Justice League Unlimited. This is my first time using the software. Orchestra Eclipse helped me a lot with the cover, and this wouldn't be possible without him. So let's take a listen to this one, the Justice League Unlimited theme, GarageBand cover here on Your Music Live. little bit of Justice League there from an artist that's getting into it. And look, here's the cool thing, is that you can get yourself into music. And a cool way to get into music is to grab the detail, like grab your favourite songs and see how they're put together and then make them your own and do something different with them. So very, very cool stuff. Thank you for sharing. Since you mentioned Orchestra Eclipse, let's jump into an Orchestra Eclipse track here and take a little listen to this one. They say, as the new Bond film, No Time to Die, was recently released, I did a cover of the main theme performed by Billie Eilish. That's right, Billie Eilish is the new Bond singer. It's like, they're pretty clever over at James Bond Industries. They just grabbed the most popular artist. Didn't Adele do one? Back in the day, it was, who did the Die Hard, Goldfinger? Basically, whoever's popular, that's who they use. So let's take a listen to this from Orchestra Eclipse here on Your Music Live. Nice. There you go. What is it? No Time to Die. I've seen one James Bond movie, I think ever. I saw Casino Royale because I was super into poker, but I haven't seen any of the other Bond films. And I don't know if it's that thing where, is it really as predictable a plot as it sounds like? Like bad guy, Bond in trouble, escapes, sexy woman, Bond gets some action and the end. I don't know. I'm sure I've just offended every single James Bond fan in the world. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing. Caring is sharing, and Sharon is Karen. Supper time for Michael. I hope you have a good supper, my friend. Hope you got some delicious food on the menu tonight. John David Lees is our next artist up here, and John David Lees. Now, I had a track from before that I hadn't played, but you've sent me a fresh one here, so I'm going to play the fresh one, and then I'll go back and make sure, because you did say that this was from back in August. So you said, "Hello, Pete. Congratulations on a great Songtember show last week." Thank you, my friend. I felt so privileged to be part of the proceedings. Looking forward to next year. The song I'm submitting this week was written and released in August. I wrote the song from the perspective of one man struggling in life and a wife's ongoing support, trying to lift him up and bring him back from the edge of depression. A feel-good hit of the summer. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be flippant. So let's jump in and take a listen to From the Edge by John David Lees here on Your Music Live.
to pick him up. She keeps trying to set him straight. She keeps helping to hold his head up. She keeps trying to pull him back from the edge. From the edge. From the edge. From the edge.
Very good stuff. And I wasn't far off. I said, yeah, the description, I'm like, feel good hit of the summer. I didn't actually expect it. I expected it to be more ballady and a little bit sadder, but that is really, really cool. I love it. The message, I love songs. Yeah, it's cool when you got like a really heartfelt song that's like a, a singer-songwriter kind of minor ballad kind of thing going on. But when you have something where the lyrics and then the song don't match, I've said this a bunch of times, but the song Heya by Outkast is exactly that. It's like, my baby don't mess around and this and all. So that's a song about breaking up, but it's in this really upbeat, up vibe thing. So I really dig something like that where it's a really well-produced song. It's full of energy, but then when you listen to the subject matter, it's a bit dark. It's a bit like, what was the Mad World? Like the Tears for Fears? Am I getting this right now? I always get my my European 80s and 90s bands wrong. I said Aqua were from Sweden. I got corrected by Capsalam. They're from Denmark. It was Ace of Base from Sweden that I was thinking of. But anyway, I say all that to say, good stuff, JDL. So thank you for sharing. Sharing is indeed caring, and we've still got another 20 minutes of music to be sharing here today. Even though I'm not on much of a time thing, because I don't think we have... Usually, I'm leading straight into Thomas Christ or Jade Starr's doing a show, or there's someone before me, someone after me. I think it's a pretty clear landscape here today on a Thursday afternoon or a Friday morning for me. I'm not sure. Let me know. Is there something cool happening in the YouTube world? Is there someone going live? Someone doing something cool? Let me know. Let's. If someone here in the community has something cool coming up, let us know, and we'll send folks there after the show in 20 minutes' time. Next up, Keith. Deboujo. Thank you, Keith Deboujo. He actually wrote it spelled. He's a phonetic spell. He knows how bad I am at pronouncing things that he put the spelling there. Keith Deboujo. Still can't do it. Keith Deboujo says, this song compares a woman to nature. I use my beautiful wife, Maria Grazia, as my muse. The song was co-written by Joe Criesi and mixed, mastered, and produced by the infamous Brian Anthony, who also played multiple instruments on this song. All sounds very cool. So let's come over here. Keith Deboujo, and I'm going to get it right eventually. Keith Deboujo. Here, I'll subscribe to your channel, Keith, to apologise for my terrible pronunciation. Keith Deboujo, All Around You is already started. So we'll come back to the start. Keith Deboujo with All Around You here on Your Music Live.
Stars in your eyes, the sun will rise with a smile. Get to see it's all around you. Yeah, it's been there all the while. Hips as shake like the waves on the beach. The girls all driving me crazy. You lay on that bed, yeah, just out of reach. It even looks good when you're lazy. Soft like a rose, yeah, velvety smooth. A kiss from your mouth like a tree. Our hearts are pounding in rhythm, just feeling your groove. We're getting closer to feel every beat. It's the stars in your eyes, the sunrise with a smile. Get to see it's all around you. Yeah, it's been there all the while.
I agree, Tom. Everything fits the groove like a glove, like a glove. Very well produced, great vibe. What's not to like? Yeah. A little bit Robert Palmer, a little bit addicted to love, you're simply irresistible. I dig it. Yeah, it's got that kind of 80s, 90s, almost a bit of Counting Crows in there as well. Does anyone hear some Counting Crows kind of vibe there with the lead guitars and the acoustics and stuff going on? I don't care who it's like. I like it. Hello, Dave Fox. I didn't see you sneak in there. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, great stuff indeed. Thank you for sharing, Keith. I'm going to keep saying it. Deboujo. No, I said it wrong that time. Let's move on. Move on, Johns. You're not going to get any better. All Societies is our next artist here, and they say, two old friends since our early 20s, now in our 40s, living in different parts of the UK. This song is our soon-to-be-released debut album, was recorded and produced via Zoom using Splice Collaboration Studio. I dig it. I like it. I like it when people come together, especially when folks can rediscover the joy of music and creating and don't let barriers and L words and P words and C words get in the way. Yeah, 100%. All right, this is a tune called Leaders from All Society. Did I just make a statement and then agree with myself? Getting weird here. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Leaders from All Societies here on Your Music Live.
Tightly tied and kidnapped on your only friends again. Looking for young new radicals who wanna fix the broken record. Rewind the machine, disorder to order, profound but key. And did you ever even want it to run? The black and white long hand, you're the one holding smoking gun at the very end. Never said it wouldn't be a little fun. City powder is pure, so go ahead and convince yourself that at least you tried. Bella didn't know down, but here you are. IMPOSTOR. She had a belly with a beating heart, gliding the marble stairways in Washington red. Don't paint yourself in her image, but oh, it seems you already did. And did you ever even want it to run? The black and white long hand, you're the one holding the smoking gun at the very end. Never said it wouldn't be a little fun.
That is really cool stuff. I like it. I dig the vibe. Again, I'll stop comparing people to bands, but it reminds me of that that driving sound is that doesn't like chocolate. What was the band? Living Colour? No, was it Living Colour that did a tune? Yeah, anyway, someone will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, very cool. Go and check out more from All Societies there. Her own something. No. Yeah, bit B-52s. Maybe, yeah, a little bit 90s, a little bit Police, a little bit Pixies. Block Party, thank you. It was Block Party indeed, wasn't Living Colour. Block Party is the band that I was thinking of. Interpol or Placebo at points. I know, how irresistible is it? I try not to, but how irresistible is it to just compare artists to other artists and just go, oh, it sounds like blah. I don't even know who I sound like. Probably Pete Murray. Oh, speaking of sounding like an artist that I dig, the happy hour this week, I'm doing Ben Fest 2021. So I'm playing songs only by artists or bands who have a Ben in them. And it was inspired by the fact that Ben Lee has a cool new tune that I'm trying to learn at the moment in time for the show. I really like Ben Harper. I like Ben Queller. I like Ben Folds. I like Ben Macklemore. I like Silverchair, who have Ben on drums. There's so many Bens going around that I thought, let's play a Ben Fest 2021. So that's what we're doing on the next live show in a couple of days' time. But before then, we've got some other cool stuff. We've got Fiko, the Croatian rocker. Yeah, I don't think we've had any Croatian rock in this show, and we've got to fix that in a big bad way with Fiko here. So he says, riffs came to me when I was messing around the fretboard because of a too long YouTube ad. See, YouTube ads can be useful. Watch your YouTube ads, people. Support your local creators. I was unable to skip the play. The backing track lyrics were written after wrist injured at baseball practice. Oh no, being unable to do anything, I just listened to ultimate classic rock radio with their legendary host, Uncle Joe Benson. So I was inspired by these guys and the legends that played on the radio. That story was cool. That took you places. Good job, Fiko. Let's turn this one. This is Fiko, the Croatian rocker, and Volume 211. Turn this one up here on Your Music Live.
1, 2, 3.
Bit Fiko, the Croatian rocker, here on Your Music Live. Very cool stuff. Yeah, Doobie Brothers. Yeah, a little doobie there. Doobie. Someone said I went fuzzy. Yeah, sometimes we go a bit fuzzy here. And usually what I can do is do a little bit of this action and bring myself back. And sometimes that just improves things, and sometimes not. But I thought I'd give it a try. Good stuff there. A nice groove. Yes, Fiko. Does indeed. Not to be confused with, was it Falco? That was the artist that had the, oh, rock me Amadeus. And all I can think of when I think of that tune is the Dr. Zeus, oh, Dr. Zeus from The Simpsons. Sorry. Okay. You knew we couldn't go an entire show without talking about a Simpsons reference. Let's move on to our next track, which is from Spooky Guava. Guavas are spooky. Anyone like guavas? Delicious fruit, tropical fruit. No. Recorded in my closet into GarageBand on my iMac, just on my Mac. It's about the connection I had with someone. They were treating me like crap, but I couldn't let go, as well as the ongoing search for purpose and signs of hope in my life. Sounds deep. Let's take a listen to it, shall we? This is a Spooky Guava with Symbiote here on Your Music Live. Turn up the wrong fader.
I'm not looking for a reason, give me something to believe in. Dying visions, flying demons, I'm awake but I keep on dreaming. There's a lot left on my plate, can't escape my one true fate. Told them open up the gate, I'm stuck in such a frozen state. Sick of all of my creations, broken train stuck at a station. Not a job or occupation, cut the truth that I'll be facing. No more days left for vacation, see me dying in my basement. Throat is closing, heart is racing, all alone and I feel like fainting. Yeah, you're too far and I'm too close. You pull me into your host. You follow me into my head, got me lying here, awake in bed. Yeah, you're too far and I'm too close. You pull me into your host. You follow me
Yeah, I agree. The snare pattern in there is unique, and the drone, the wow, just sits in there nicely. That is a cool track. That's one that I'll be going back to and checking out. And if you want to go back and check out any of the tracks that we play here on this show, you can do so by dropping down into the description. We got them all down there. And while you're there, hit the like button, hit the share button, send it to your friends and your family and your co-workers, and also check out the link to DistroKid where you can save yourself 7% off any DistroKid plan. The first year on any DistroKid plan using the link down below. Let's jump in and grab a tune here from Beggars Can't Be Pickers, which I just love that artist name. And they've shared a song or two before, and we're going to play this one here. They simply say this is a song for a friend, and it's called A Song for You on Your Music Live.
Till I got nowhere to go. If I stay low, then maybe I'll float. Pick up the phone, no messages show. No, I can't just lost in the past, let's travel through time. Take my hand and I'll take yours and mine. Together, just you away. Continue to go, and then we'll make it right. Woke up too soon, now I'm tired. Just say yes, then we'll move on together. Woke up too soon, now I'm tired. Just say yes, then we'll move on together.
Very cool stuff. I love that. It's got an old school kind of vibe and beat. Yeah, a bit Arctic Monkeys, but also has that modern twist. So it's like it's a song you listen to and you're like, this could have been released in 1994 or yesterday because it sounds fresh enough. But yeah, very good stuff. Beggars Can't Be Pickers is an artist that I've been listening to and really digging a lot. So go over and check out their stuff. Yeah, unpredictable, which is good. And lots of cool contrast. Yeah, it's not just linear. It doesn't just go along and you're like, yeah, I know where this is going. You think you know where it's going until you don't. Speaking of knowing where you're going and then not, someone who never ceases to surprise, amaze, and rock our ever-loving socks is the one and the only Jay. And this is a good indication of why slaps.com from DistroKid is so cool, because you discover artists like Jay. And Jay is someone who I come back to again and again and again. And I literally just go and listen to Jay songs. Like, I don't say this about everyone and every song, because look, I don't dig every genre and every song, and there's just not enough hours in the day to play. I do play a lot of your music, and sometimes I'll just stick it on to shuffle on my YouTube music, and it'll play a whole bunch of your tunes. But Jay is someone I actually go and seek out. And whenever I see that there's some new Jay coming, I want to make sure we give it a spin. So this is our penultimate song, our second to last song. Can you believe we've been here nearly 2 hours? Jay says, "Hey Pete, hope you and your audience are having a great YML stream." I think we are. This demo for my latest song, A Fading Wing, has taken me the most time to complete of any song I've made. The lyrics to this mean a lot to me, so I make sure to take time to make it exactly how I want it. It's a combination of orchestra, rap, and a little metal to taste. The finished song will be released with my upcoming album, Homeland, on December 1st. Hope you all enjoy it. Man, am I looking forward to that album, the Jay album. That's going to be super, super cool. So let's give this one a spin here, shall we? This is Jay with A Fading Wing on Your Music Live. Turn this one up to 11.
Legacy of the broken things, gripping tragedy of a fading wing. Melody, hear the devil sing of the better things
just try to make my mind a mess. If I don't stop this, I'll be laid to rest. About the bitterness inside my chest. I've got to wreck something to make this end. I'll take this circle out of drink.
Very, very cool. Yeah, Jay's got that interesting, intriguing bit of 21 Pilots kind of feel going on with just a variety and that sort of stuff. Like not the sound, but I don't know, exactly as Thomas says here. Yeah, just very professionally produced, and you could easily hear that on mainstream. Almost Panic at the Disco in some parts there with just some of the different elements in there. Very good stuff. Very, very cool. Have you had some fun here today? I sure as heck have. Like, I needed this in a big bad way. I needed to get up, shake off the cobwebs, drink my delicious Farmers Union iced coffee, which is all gone, and enjoy some of this cool music that you've shared. So if you have had fun, if you're watching live, hit the thumb drop button. If you're watching on the replay, hit the thumbs up button too, because it means that you will keep telling me that you like the show. You'll be telling our cool sponsors, DistroKid, that you dig the fact that they support live, they support local, independent, worldwide, and collaborative music here. So thank you all for being here. But we're not going to let you go without a little bit of a makeup song, because not like that. But Brad Example, we don't hear from Brad Example often, but when we do hear from him, you know it's going to be a very, very cool tune. So this is Brad's Songtember song. He did submit it at the end of September, but because I had a separate form, a little bit lost in communication. But anyway, we're going to play it here right now. The benefit of that is he gets to close out the show today here in style. And we're going to do that right now with Brad Example. And this is a tune called Sorry State to close us out here. Brad Example featuring David Mahorn, mastered by Jade Star, here on Your Music Live.
Can't take any more of this, my luck is running out. I tried to keep my head up while the world's been knocking me out. I can take the punches and get back up, I gotten up so many times. A big black cloud chases me down, story state's a state of mind. It's time that we say fuck it all, celebrate our mistakes. Drink one for the broken hearts and one for our sorry state. Come out from a cloud of purple smoke and get up off our knees. It's time we flip this script around and the sorry state we're in. What side I get up on, it's the wrong side of the bed. All the demons in my head are my only real friends. I'm hated by my girlfriend, my mistress and my wife. So fuck it all, I got no regrets, this disaster is my life.
Oh, Brad Example there. You know when I let an F-bomb sneak in, it's because it's a really cool track. And I've often said this, look, I'm not going to play a song that's just, F this, F that, F you, F me. But when it's put in context and it's used effectively, nothing like a good swear every now and then, right? Very cool stuff there from Brad Example. I hope you had a good time here today and enjoyed all the music that we had here. Don't forget, you can jump down into the description and check out that song from Brad. Check out all the other cool music that we played here today. And man, just so cool. Yeah, exactly. A Brad Example for us all. Yes, go and check that one out. Class act, great song. I'm a big Eels fan, and Brad's stuff always reminds me of Mr. E from the Eels, and it sounds really cool. And yeah, absolutely, let's celebrate those mistakes, because you know what? Mistakes make you better. Let's fail harder. We all rise together. Create, record, release. Insert cliche here. that's going to do it for this one. I hope you have a good day. I'm having a little bit of a day off, but don't worry, we will be back on Sunday afternoon or Saturday night for folks with BenFest 2021, the happy hour here on Studio Live today. So I hope you can join me for that. Let's close out here with a little more Brad Example.
And get up off our knees. It's time we flip this script around and this story stay we're in.